Hey, happy hump day. Joe,
Good
how's it going,
morning.
brother?
Doing good, doing good. How you doing?
All right, you got your coffee?
I sure do.
I should have asked you that before we got online here. There we go. All right. Cheers, it is for the coffee. How's it going, everybody? Welcome. I know we're going to have Piper Academy piling on in here. Appreciate that. Thank you, Army Piper, for sending everybody here. Man, how's everybody's week going? It's been a very, 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 very busy week for me. Joe, how about you, man? How's the week so far? We're only midway through here.
I tell you what, it's crazy. You know, Bitcoin doing what it's doing, gets a pump and then a dump, and then it's like, which way is it going to go? Same thing with these other coins. It's crazy. Very busy.
Dude, gold fell off a cliff.
Yep.
Honest to goodness. Yeah, we're going to try and take a look at that a little bit later because we're going to talk Goldbacks at the very end. So hopefully we'll have enough time for Joe to take a look at that chart. I mean, we got a bunch of stuff today. We're going to talk about somebody trying to claim patent infringement. Boy, I don't know. So I'm going to apologize now if I butcher that while I'm talking through that segment. But patent infringement with regard to the Bitcoin logo. We're going to talk about senators meeting with crypto leaders here through this shutdown. And I got the poll. Vote on that poll. I'm curious to see what everybody thinks. Should these senators be meeting with crypto leaders? Hell, anybody, instead of getting the damn government open? I mean, my vote is no, get your shit together first. But that's just me. Joe, what do you think? Go ahead, vote now. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you as well. I voted no. You know, they need to, in my opinion, stop butting heads and be like, okay, the problem, XYZ, solution is this. Let's get to work.
Right. Get your house in order, man.
I will say though, I didn't even know they were still closed.
I know,
Fiverr
right?
keeps on reminding me. It's like, I don't know.
I know it's true, man. It's absolutely
everything. True. Everything's the same to me. You know, my bills are still high. Whatever. It's like nothing's changed. So yeah.
Yep. Hey, like I said, make sure you guys vote on that poll. I'm interested to see where that lands. Shouting out to the chat, Chris Klein here. I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you, Chris. And Chris has been like sharing out a lot of the streams and stuff like that. And man, I appreciate it. Yeah. Hump day. That's right. Hump day. I'll tell you what, appreciate that. And hey, Tech Man. All right. How's it going, brother? How's it going? Anyway, I guess we can get into things here. Let's talk about that patent infringement. Oh my God, I'm going to literally jump all over. All right, here we go. So I'm going to read through this a little bit and then give you my proverbial 2 Satoshis here. Patent troll wins Bitcoin logo trademark, now claims online copyright infringement. It's like, seriously? All right. A Spanish guy. This is a Spanish trademark registration. Okay. So he tried to trademark the Bitcoin logo in Spain, is prompting removal of some merchandise on places like eBay and Etsy, creating immediate friction for sellers as platforms enforce against listings worldwide on the strength of a single national flag. Now, you can tell this is written a little bit with a bias here, and that's okay. The basic information is what I'm getting at here, and quite frankly, I'm the same. But we'll discuss that out in a minute. Per the WIPO, and that, you know what? Let me bring it up real quick. All right, everybody, flashbang. Hang on. Right here. This is that patent for, or the registered trademark for the Bitcoin logo. Okay. Again, links to everything I'm showing you in the description. So go ahead and check that out at your leisure. But anyway, per that global brand database, entry referenced to affiliated sellers. So anybody who's trying to sell stuff with sorry about that, guys, with the Bitcoin logo is basically getting removed. And if not, they're saying they're going to be removed within the next few few weeks. Right here, sellers are receiving notices citing the Spanish registration and apparel, accessories, all that kind of stuff that's on these storefronts. Hell, I'm waiting because I've got that on my own storefront, for that matter. Although it's not on those platforms, it's on Spring, Teespring, whatever the hell it's called. But basically, we'll check right here. Per Amazon's program requirements, the report portal documentation of a registered, holy crap, I can't talk this morning, or pending trademark is sufficient to unlock brand protection workflows. So, seriously, I guarantee this guy had nothing to do with the Bitcoin logo.
So my first question, and you showed it on that other screen, the flashbang screen. When was it applied for? Was it applied at the inception of Bitcoin? Was it applied in 1980?
Yeah, that's a great question. And we're going to bring that back up again. Flashbangs. I see Piper Academy jumping on in here. Appreciate everybody. We'll give a quick shout out in a minute. Thank you, Piper, for sending everybody over here. All right. That should have showed up on the screen. Okay. So you can see right here, application date, December 13th, 2024.
Right. So this was already created. The graphic, the design, whatever you want to call it, was already created. Then they went ahead and copied what was already created and now slapping a trademark on it. So can that, for one, my question is, can that even be done? And I'm pretty sure it can, because the law is just so wacky. But if so, then all the stuff that was done prior to, is it now in trouble with the law for the trademark? Or like, I don't even know how all that works.
I would assume that the prior to is not the issue. It's going forward that would be the issue. And you can see right here, the actual date of the registration now is officially September 15th, 2025. So what is that? A little over a month ago. I'm going to just get this off the screen, give you guys a little break on the eyeballs there. And yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Joe brings up the point, like, this has been there for how long before? If you put this logo out there, hell, even if you did it, way back when it first started, I just, why would you not have done it when Bitcoin started surging in 2024 or in 2017 or whatever, like prior to 2024? Why wait to 2024? To me, this is somebody coming in trying to just like boom shakalaka, fill my coffers, fill my pockets, my opinion.
And like, just thinking about, like, when they're doing Bitcoin, hopefully they thought it was going to get this big. I mean, if you're smart enough, in my opinion, now to play the devil's advocate, if you're smart enough to do a blockchain, anything associated with that, I would think that you would want to protect it, which would have been a trademark on the Bitcoin logo. So I don't know, there's a whole bunch of questions that just come up when I saw that. But yeah, I saw that it was 2024. I was like, man, this guy's just doing it.
Yeah, like, he's just kind of skirting on in there.
Yeah. Like, he's a smart person because he doesn't have to do anything. But he's also like the scum of the earth, because it's like, dude, really? You're trying to. So yeah.
Facts, man. Facts. I'd be interested. Let me know what you think about that. But let's give a quick shout out to everybody that just kind of jumped on in here from Piper Academy. Appreciate you. We got Wick's wife in the house. There must be a comment Joe saw that I haven't seen yet. And BC Port Corp in the house. Wick's wife said, love the who cares poll. Yeah. Yeah. I figured, well, you never know. You never know. Right. So there it is. And let's see. Thought the BTC. Well, you know what? That's a great point. I mean, come on now. This would have been an argument way back when, Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash, or when the whole Bitcoin.com thing was a thing. My opinion. So this is just somebody trying to subvert that whole sitch. And Army Piper in the house. Appreciate you being here, sir. And thank you again for sending everybody over here. Again, I'm assuming most people here are already a member of Piper Academy. And if you're not, links in the description. Go do that. $5 a month, man. You get so much alpha. It's all, man, that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Let's see. Just clipping along here to make sure I'm not missing anybody real quick. Excuse me. Sorry. No, I think then what am I?
Oh, that,
JR. Appreciate you. Go ahead.
Army
I'm sorry,
Piper,
Joe. Go ahead.
Army Piper says, I'm copywriting CCM. Pay me, Keith.
There you go. Have at it, man. I ain't done it. But I'm not gonna lie. But it is what it is. I'll worry about fighting that. Yeah, exactly. There you go. I'm going to copyright the $, the euro sign. Exactly.
That's a great point right there. You know.
Yep. That is a great point. Point. Sadie's in the house. Appreciate Sadie being here. Yeah, smash up that like button. I appreciate that. And yeah, I'll Piper, you can have everything I got. It ain't much, brother. But to Joe's point about that, Dave Digital in the house. Appreciate you being here, Dave Digital. And oh, here we go. We can't miss all these. Yep. There we go. Magnets. I appreciate that. And I know Joe does, man. We laugh about it all the time. And Dave Brumbelow in the house. Appreciate you being here. And man, Jesse, listen, Jesse, if you're a channel member, first off, Jesse emojis in the chat. And Jesse, I was listening to you on the Billy Goat Tales X space last night, and shout out to you, man. You do so much in this space, and I mean, I know they told you that they appreciate everything you do, but I wanted to just take my 2 cents and two seconds here to say I appreciate everything you do. You work really hard for everybody in this space, and I'm gonna guess that Joe agrees with me 1,000%.
Yep.
Yeah, 1,000%. Oh, French Toaster in the house. Appreciate that. And so yeah. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate this community very much. That was the only piece of Bitcoin related specific news that I had for today. So we're going to send it over to Joe right now and let him look at the Bitcoin chart. And like I said, maybe later we'll have a time to look at the gold chart because with that. Anyway. All right, Joe, it is you, brother. You got the stream.
Awesome. So if you don't have white hair, well, then you should after this week. Because, oh my gosh, OMG. We got price going up and then coming down. And so the main thing with Bitcoin, or just any coin for that matter, is we're waiting for bounces. We're waiting for levels to be broke. When the price came down here, it was a really nice retrace, higher low, which was great. Came up. We're looking for a bounce here. We don't want to see the break of this level. That's why I trade level by level. And it literally is market structure. And then zooming out, you actually get the full market structure. But what you don't want is you don't want break of a level. What happens here? We break this level instead of this level. So the chance of us going down have just increased. Doesn't mean that it will, but it just increased because, well, guess what? We broke the level. So it starts coming down. We bounce off of this level. We start coming up. We come down. We're doing a higher low, which is good. Retraced about 38, 50%, which is perfect. And then I'm thinking we're going to come up, do a lower high, pull back, break the highs. Great. Moon mission. Let's go. Instead, we went moon mission here. We went moon mission here straight up. And what normally happens when the straight up happens? Well, we come down. Now, could we have continued to go up? Yeah, sure. But the higher we go, the greater the chance of us coming down. So all these statements that I'm saying, it makes sense if you listen to the statement. Price goes up, price goes down. When price goes down, when it's done going up, price goes up when it's done going down, unless it's a rug pull. So here, because it's caught up, yeah. And because here, what we see this candle, I look at the other candles. And all these are, they're smaller candles. And then all of a sudden, boom, we have one candle that takes up like 6, maybe 10 candles. So what does that tell me? Either we're going to keep on coming up and maybe get rejected. When we do, hopefully the FOMO continues. If not, we're breaking a level to the downside, and then we can expect it to go further down. Here we go straight up. Then we came straight back down. because of this pump, I'm looking for and was looking for a bounce right here off of this level. This would have been perfect, absolutely perfect. But instead, came all the way back down to our bounce zone. And now what we're doing is we're waiting to see if price comes up to here, then starts coming down. All the pattern traders out there are going to say, oh, look, we have a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. This is so ugly, guys. I hope y'all don't do that. I really do. That's just ugly. Like, patterns should be patterns, not one candle and then, oh, there's the head. No. Joe, that's 3 candles. Doesn't matter. You get my point. All right, here we go. So what we're looking at is potentially it going back into this zone, maybe getting rejected. This is what I'm looking at potentially happen. And maybe a bounce here. Maybe it rolls over. Again, I need more. And this is the part that I hate, because I wish I could just tell you I know what's going to happen, and I don't. But what I'm looking at is I'm looking at either this or this. And right now, I can't give you plan A, plan B, because I need to see what it does here. This is my decision point. Is the price going to break up, and start trying to attack the highs? Or did it fight and then it gives up and then it just starts losing momentum? Everybody starts getting scared again. And then now we start coming down. So right now, again, if you don't have gray hair, well, you will after this week, because it's getting messy. That's what I got on Bitcoin.
Well, I mean, I have gray hair, not for those reasons, but whole different animal right there. And guys, listen, we're gonna go right over to Joe's stream as soon as we're done here today, as always. So just hang tight. If you're on YouTube, we're gonna send you straight over there. But again, this guy is live every Monday through Friday at noon, and then Saturday, Sundays at 4 p.m. So make sure you are following him for all this info. And appreciate everybody and all the conversation in the chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, what's this? Yeah, I have gray hair and no hair. There you go. There it is, man. I appreciate that. All right, we're gonna keep going on. Like I said, we're gonna talk a little bit about Congress and some crypto meetings that are going on. We're gonna talk a little bit about Coinbase. Of course, some stablecoin news. I'm going to actually even mention a little bit, revisit about the AWS outage. Joe and I started talking about that on Monday as it was in the process of happening. And of course, Goldbacks. And like I said, hopefully there'll be time and Joe can take a look at that chart. But for now, let's jump in here. Now on Monday, Joe and I talked about the meeting that the Fed was having with regard to crypto. And now this is from, again, Eleanor Tourette. Links are in the description. If you're not following crypto in America, you're missing out. She obviously has some good access to these people in the halls of power, as it were, as well as to the crypto influencers and CEOs and all that kind of good stuff. So definitely follow her. Again, links in the description. But basically, she talked about big news out of the Federal Reserve Payment Innovation Conference that took place. Now, this is, again, happened on Monday. Governor Chris Walker announced the central bank is proposing a new type of limited access master account, or what he calls a skinny master account. Well, then I don't qualify. Sorry, too heavy. Anyway, for all legally eligible institutions receiving direct access to the Fed's payment rails, so they don't have to rely on partner banks. Now, I just want to go down here because I was going to mention this and then she kind of dropped it in here at the end. This is a big deal for companies like Custodia Bank. That has been an ongoing issue. Caitlin Long, if you follow her, she's constantly, or has for years, been fighting this issue with regard to getting a master account access through the Fed. So for companies like Custodia Bank and Kraken FX, for those who didn't know, Kraken is a state registered bank. Go check that out. They just don't have a master account, which has spent years trying to get a Fed master account. So this could be potentially them being able to actually get into the banking system, them actually being able to provide, even if it's on a limited scale, banking services to those who are in the crypto space. And I think this could be good news. Joe, anything you want to put on about that before we get on to the next piece of legislative news?
No, just I agree. I think it's good. I think it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, I don't get me wrong. I'm very happy that we've got an administration that's now moving crypto in this direction and all that kind of good stuff. But I really would like to see something more meaningful. And the only way that comes, and I've said it, I don't even know how many times, it's got to come through laws. Because, though we've got a friendly administration right now, administrations change. They just do. People's, when I say people, I'm talking administrations, plans change, et cetera, et cetera. So unless it's codified in law, we're not out of the proverbial woods yet. But we're going to take a look at the next piece of legislative news that goes to the poll that is there. Quick shout outs to K Diggity and Automatic Beats. I see you guys. I see you jumping on in here. Appreciate you being here. Yes, I like put your Bitcoin where your mouth is. I like that. Exactly. Okay, so here's the next piece. Maybe. Oh, flashbang. Some of these next ones. Yeah, some of these next ones I just can't. So right here, now this was, again, Crypto in America. This is her newsletter, just came out today, but it speaks to the meeting that is happening later today with regard to all these crypto leaders talking to these Dems with regard to trying to get this framework bill across the line. Executives from some of crypto's biggest firms, along with President Trump's crypto and AI czar, will descend on Capitol Hill this morning to meet with Senate Republicans and Democrats grappling with market structure legislation. The goal is to reignite bipartisan talks and get the bill to President Trump's desk before the midterms. Now, she breaks down exactly what's going to be happening in a timeline here. I'm not so much worried about that. And if you want, here's the senators that will be involved. A lot of Democratic senators here, obviously, even though there are also Republicans. And this is what I wanted to kind of read through. Here are some of the people, crypto related, that are going to be, as she says, in the room. So you got Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz, Kraken CEO Dave Ripley, Chainlink CEO Sergey Nazarov. Good Lord, I made it through that name. And Uniswap CEO Hayden Adams, and Circle Chief Strategy Officer Dante Despate. Let's hope I got that right. Ripple Legal Officer Stewart, and so on and so forth. The point is, there are a lot of heavy hitters, for lack of better phrasing, going to be in this meeting. Again, I'm happy that the meeting's taking place. Don't misunderstand me. I think it needs to happen. I'm glad that these people are helping to set the framework that is inevitably going to come here in the United States. But for these senators, get your shit together. Get your house together before you're doing anything else. You got people. I'm not going to get off. I'm about to go down a rabbit hole. Let's save me, Joe. Save me.
I can already see it. Beep, 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 beep.
Exactly.
Blood pressure.
It's like, my God, man. Seriously, you got negotiate getting the government back open first. Let's get the actual legislative process going first, and then let's go into this. Just saying.
Right.
I'm sorry.
No, and you bring up a good point too, because it's basically trying to fix other problems or doing other things. It's trying to go and maybe clean someone else's house when your house is a pigsty.
Is a mess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And thank you, K Diggity.
Yeah, that's what that pretty much comes down to.
Exactly. It's like, man, get your own shit in order. That's it, man. Yeah. Yeah, 200 over 90. Yeah, probably. Honestly, though, I'm surprised you guys can't see like the bulging things there. It's like some of this stuff, and I don't know. I'm a no BS guy. Do what you're supposed to do, get it done, and then move on to the next thing. You know, I get it. Yeah, multitask. Okay, whatever. But like, you're not even multitasking. You've literally pulled yourself away from the table to get the table that you need to do this other stuff you're working on.
Yep. Or you can be like the city where they're doing road repair in 30 different spots in the city. When if they just all concentrated on one, they'd be done within 3 days.
Yep.
Yeah. Instead of taking 6 years. Come on, man.
Yep. Yeah. Man, Steve Hickey, I see you. Welcome. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pull this poll here, and oh my goodness, really? Wow, that shocks me. I'm not gonna lie. Here's the question, just so everybody who is like watching on X and so on. Should Senate Democrats be meeting with crypto leaders while the government is closed? 50% said yes. That shocks me. 50% said yes. And it was 27% said no. And 20, I love it, 23. I probably shouldn't have put that in there, but 23% said, who cares? I mean, I guess, because some people, like Joe said, the government's still closed? What? You know, I get it. A lot of people don't even like feel it. But like, man, I can't believe 50% said yes. They should still have the meeting. Wow. No. I will answer that question. I honestly expected to be a shit ton lower. To me, I would not have expected that to be higher. I would think that people would like, what's the point of meeting with these people if you can't do anything once you meet with these people?
Yep.
You know, sorry. So that's my answer. I expected it to be a lot lower. People like, yo, again, get your house in order before you're trying to talk to other people's houses. Okay. Anyway, we're going to move on now. We got a few things coming up, and don't forget, in about a half an hour, we're heading over to Joe's live stream. We're going to go raid his live stream. So if you're on YouTube, just sit tight. We're going to send you straight over there. But right now, we're going to talk about, and again, partial flashbang here. For those who use Exodus, and I love Exodus, but they're discontinuing support for Monero. And I mean, I think this has been a bit in the works. It's kind of been coming slowly. It's been doing the slow shuffle to the front of the line. But here we go. This is it right here. Basically, it's done. It's done. So if you have Monero, get it out of Exodus, put it somewhere else. But sorry to say, and believe me, I love Monero, regardless of all of the recent things that have been happening with Monero and Cubic and all this other stuff. I even hold Monero. Hell, like keep saying it all the time. Right there on that computer, I know you can't see my hand. Right there on that computer, I'm mining Monero just to help secure the network. Joe, any thoughts about Monero? Anything you want to add about Monero, Exodus, whatever?
Well, I think it's sad when anything is removed from any, whether it's an exchange or a wallet, the support. I think it's a step back. We don't want that.
Yeah,
we want more adoption. So.
Yeah, not less. And I get it. You know, looking okay. People, I can already hear the arguments. It's like, well, not all these projects are worth whatever. Blah blah blah. Look at Cadena, right? Please tell me you're not stuck in that. Holy. Wow. Anyway, but you know what? we need, like Joe said, we need more adoption. When stuff gets delisted, like last night on the Matrix Money podcast, Jar brought it up. I had no idea, to be completely honest. I don't use MEXC, but he got a notice from MEXC basically saying they're going to be delisting library, which whatever. I mean, I get it. This kind of stuff happens all the time. But again, as I explained, they're going to be getting rid of the library token anyway. I don't know how that transition is actually going to take place. I don't think there's been anything official as far as a transition plan put out. And if it is, somebody please let me know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this on the replay. But because they've moved the whole thing over to Arweave as far as like Odyssey. That's pretty much the only piece that's kind of left, if you would, with regard to the original library. So, but watch for that. Joe's right. We need more adoption, not less adoption. Mr. C, I see you jumping on in there. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. But let's talk a little bit of Solana, because I know we have some Solana fans out there. Again, flashbang. Sorry, guys. I tried to make this thing, dark mode, but it would not do it for me. Anyway, Gemini turns shopping into staking with new Solana credit card. And hey, listen, I got the Gemini credit card. I get Bitcoin back for all my purchases. That's how I do it. I like it. I've been using it. Wow. Think about it. Holy crap. Probably 3, 4, maybe even 5 years now. Holy manoli. Since it pretty much first came out. So now they're moving into the Solana, and Gemini has rolled out a new credit card built around Solana, turning everyday spending into automatic staking opportunities. The move strengthens the exchange's presence with the crypto payment space and signals deeper integration with blockchain ecosystems that both offer speed and yield potential. The Solana Edition credit card allows customers to earn SOL on purchases and immediately put those rewards to work through auto staking, eliminating the need for manual transfers to third-party wallets. And just for the sake of rounding this out right here, holders can expect to earn up to 4% back on SOL with select partner promotions that figure higher. So again, there's going to be options for a whole bunch of things. And then Gemini Vault Rewards Program even unlocks an enhanced cashback rate of up to 10%. Based on spending habits. So again, go to Gemini. There's a link in the description for Gemini. Matter of fact, you use that link. It helps the channel. Appreciate that very much. Thank you. And check that out. If for nothing else, I mean, if you're like just wanting Bitcoin, man, their credit card there, it's easy. I don't even have to think about it. I spend what I'm going to spend anyway. Doesn't matter where I shop, and automatically I get I get an email at the end of the month. Hey, congratulations, you've earned X amount of Bitcoin. And so winner, chicken dinner is the way I look at it.
Yeah, I like the fact that you can, that it automatically does it for you.
Yes.
Because now, if you get it and you get the rewards and then you forget, and then a year goes by, it's like, oh man, I could have put all this into staking or whatever. Yep. But here, as soon as you spend it, boom, it's no thinking, no extra steps. It's a win-win, and you're gonna spend the money anyway.
No, it absolutely. Listen, the easier we can make it, the more integrated we can make. And when I say it, I'm kind of referring to crypto in general. Okay, I think that's a win all the way around, because again, to the point that Joe was saying, 5 minutes ago about adoption, we need more of that, and this is just a step, I think, in the way we get some of that. And I just want to bring up Chris's comment right here. It almost seems like this could be the beginning of a war on alts, so to speak. Kill everything except Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Solana, XRP, and Link. Who knows? I can see that one day. Now, listen, I don't know that those are the winners or those are the, the ones, but I will say this, and I'd be interested to hear what you say about this, Joe. I think that, we're going to see a whittling down, using my air quotes there, of a lot of these altcoins. Maybe it's like he says, a war on alts. And we are going to see definitive winners in that regard. And maybe it'll be these, like he's mentioning. So not BTC, obviously, but Ethereum, Solana, Litecoin, XRP, Link, whatever. I do believe we're going to see something along those lines. And maybe this is a step in that direction. What do you think about that, Joe?
Well, for one, I would kind of like it so that it would take away from the enormous just saturation of the market. But then I wouldn't like it because then, well, you only have a few to choose from. But the ones that he picked out, like those are all ETFs, or soon to be,
Or soon to be, yeah.
Solana, XRP, Link. There's AVAX. There's a few others, but I think the cream will rise to the top. So we'll see what ends up happening. Can you make money with all these poop coins or S coins? Sure, but it depends on your risk as well. So the safer investors or traders are going to go with, for example, Bitcoin, even Litecoin. Like I've been talking about Litecoin lately, and like normally it's like, no, like let's go with these other ones. You can make some good money, but safe. The cream's going to rise. But yeah,
you just said it right there. And I'm going to bring this up because I don't know if Allset's trolling me here. And Dave P, I saw you. Welcome. I'm going to guess he's trolling me because I talk about these all the time. And for those that are on Crypto on the Rocks, you're jumping in every Friday. Matter of fact, don't miss this Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, 100th episode, man. It's going to be great. We got a lot of people coming in, and we got some giveaways going on again. Shout out to Shuby. He is working behind the scenes with regard to that, man. Shout out to that guy. And shout out to Damn It Dave. If any of you guys know Damn It Dave, he reached out through Jar after my stream last night. He wants to help out with the giveaway, so I've messaged him, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, these guys, Beam, Link, Render, all in the voting for this DCA portfolio. And Dash, man, I tell you, I'm sorry. It is what it is, man. I love me some Dash. Just do. And this question right here. So do you have to pay taxes on Bitcoin or Sol you get from the Gemini credit card or add to your income? Was wondering, since it's much different than cashback rewards. Okay. Hold on. This is not financial or tax advice. Old guy, interwebs, talk to your tax professional. I have been, to answer your question, treating it as income. Why? So like when I report my taxes, I'm talking about, because I don't want to hear the IRS doing, yo, you got a 2-cent reward on Bitcoin and now it's worth $20. So give us some money. I don't want to hear none of that. So that's how I have been treating it with regard to my taxes. However, I don't know that, and I believe that given the current tax framework, that's probably the safest way to do it. Again, where is it? Right there. Not financial or tax advice. Check with your tax person. My opinion. I would hope with this new legislation, we would get stuff like de minimis exemptions. We would get stuff like, if you're mining, well, that's kind of already in the works a little bit, staking, whatever, those kind of rewards, which I would like to believe that these kind of rewards would fall into, become an exemption. But that is, I'm taking the I'll pay now to save later kind of approach with regard to that. So that's my personal answer with regard to that. So do with it what you will. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I like it. See, I'm not the only guy that loves Dash. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. And I don't want to get too far behind here because it's about 20 minutes. We got to head over. But I appreciate all the chat and I love it. Everybody's saying, yeah, I've asked that question before, man. And you're welcome. I mean, again, that's just one guy's opinion from what I personally do. But that's, you got to do what's right for you. And again, what, your tax preparer, professional, whatever, is saying is the dealio. Okay. All right, we're going to move on. We're going to talk Coinbase in a minute, stable coins, the AWS outage, and then we're going to get some goldbacks. So I'm gonna move along again. I think this might be the last flashbang. So sorry, but here we go. Coinbase. Did you guys hear about this, Joe? Did you hear about this? Coinbase acquires Echo for $375 million, and on Tuesday, Coinbase Global acquired Echo for did I say $375 million, marking the firm's 8th deal so far this year. Coinbase said it acquired Echo because it allows crypto companies to raise capital directly on the blockchain quickly. And again, links to everything is here. I'm going to just end it there. Joe, did you hear about this acquisition?
Nope, sure did.
Yeah, me either. I came across this in because I scrub a lot of the news aggregators and stuff, trying to, make sure that we get as much good information out there as possible on our streams here. And this popped up and I'm like, how did I miss this? Usually that's something you think you'd be all over X and all over. Gone. Did not exist. But now, again, links are in the description. You go ahead and read that at your leisure. Now, this one, Joe and I have talked about this a few times. Hell, Joe, and again, flashbang, sorry. And again, Joe actually did an entire video with regard to Wyoming and their gazillion stable coins. I'm exaggerating, sorry. But yeah, anyway, here we go. The tests are underway. So they're doing test transactions on 7 blockchains because they want to roll their stablecoin out on multiple blockchains at the same time. So basically, Wyoming has deployed 100,000 FRNT, that's what they're calling their stablecoin, on 7 major blockchains, totaling 700,000 tokens in what appears to be a testing phase. According to the blockchain analytics, and they listed here, they've distributed tokens on Solana, Ethereum, Arbitrum, Base, Optimism, Polygon, and the Avalanche C chain. It's coming. These multitudes of stable coins are coming, and they're not, again, this is the first real launch in my, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the first official launch of a state-led stablecoin. And man, I don't know, maybe that's going to be one stablecoin just on multiple blockchains, which I guess is the way it's pretty much being done these days. Much like USDT, you get it on how many blockchains, it doesn't even matter. Joe, thoughts about this since you were talking about this like, God, what, 2 months ago?
Let's say all of the states have their own coin. How difficult is it going to be for the exchanges to have Bitcoin / USDT, Bitcoin / one state, Bitcoin / another state, Bitcoin / another state, Bitcoin, and just in my, like, how difficult is that going to be? Is it still the same? Like, I don't even know. Is it still the same? Is it treated the same, or is each one? I don't even know. Like, to me, it just is. I don't like it. Like, I mean, because I'm just so used to USDT, and now I'm kind of doing the USDC, but it's just too much.
Yep. I'm with you. I mean, I guess it gives people options, and I'm all about having multiple options in this space. As to the point we're going to talk about in a second with this AWS outage and how it kind of affected things. But the more options you have, the better off it is. I know when BC and I talked about this on Hot on the Line, he was kind of a proponent of a lot of this. So I don't know. It's the way it's moving, first off. And second off, I guess done right, Joe, it might not be bad. It might help with commerce. I don't know. My thought process. And Dave Digital's chiming in, and I know he's lurking at the gym. They're trying to make a shop at company store like the old days. I'm assuming that's with reference to this. And Chris is saying every county is going to have their own stable coin, just like their fiat USDC. I don't know about that. I would like to think that there'll be states would kind of step on that a little bit. I don't know. What do you think, Joe? You think states will allow that?
I was actually thinking that before I just said the states. But just imagine it. The states have it, then the counties and cities and towns, like they each have their own. It's like, I mean, how much is too much? You know, so that's what I was actually thinking before I said just the states.
No, I'm with you. Well, what does it matter anyway? Because if AWS goes down, so do half the blockchains. Just saying. You know, and this is, again, Joe and I talked about this. Hell, we were worried we were going to end up not being able to stream because of the AWS outage, and we were, knock on wood. And here we go. Listen, right here, Web3 fragility exposed. And man, I'm not going to go through this whole article. Again, links are in the description. I will say this. This coming Tuesday, BC Port Corp is going to be on the Matrix Money podcast with myself and Jar at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And I think this is going to be part of the discussion we're going to have. We're going to dive into this deeper. And in particular, right here, well, what they're talking about, why are crypto apps and blockchains being affected by this outage? And again, the long and short of this whole thing right here is they still rely on AWS as the sole cloud server. And what's it going to take to wake up the sector? Who the hell knows? That whole thing's got to drop. Bottom line is, if a blockchain, a wallet, and as they list here, mostly layer 2s on Ethereum are affected by this, guess what? You are not a decentralized blockchain. You are not a decentralized dApp. End of story. That's going to be the main point of it. Although I think Jar wants to take it down a little bit of a, we're going to have to borrow OC Guy's tinfoil hat because he and I were kind of going down that whole tinfoil hat rabbit hole a bit last night after the stream. So you may get a little bit of that rant. I love that. Where is it? I saw it. Yeah, BC rant incoming. Well, it might be a crypto jar rant incoming as well that night. So watch for that. We're going to be pumping that out. And yeah, facts. You got, yeah, exactly. It's like, sorry, man. Sorry. How can you say you are a blockchain? How can you say you are decentralized? How can you try to promote this space when you're literally, somebody flips a switch at AWS and guess what? Now, I know that isn't what happened according to them, but bear with me, okay? Flips a switch at AWS and all of a sudden, boom, you can't use MetaMask. That's my big, I love MetaMask. It's great interacting with these Web3 properties. But guess what? It's funny because as soon as I said, Charles, like, they're in, he's like, that's why my MetaMask wasn't working. Well, yeah, because that they rely on AWS, you know? So, you know, you talk about being able to keep you from your money. Again, oh, that's his address on MetaMask. Shut that thing off. Boom. Boom. There it is. Okay. Anyway, here we go. There goes that blood pressure. I'm gonna definitely be hitting Joe up for his medicine before Tuesday night.
Dude, it's in the mail already. I saw it.
Oh man, yeah. The tinfoil hat emoji is, yeah, it's awesome, but it's so true. Yeah, bring on all the rants. See, I love it. I love it. Well, Tuesday night, that's probably what's gonna happen. Just saying. So you get you guys. Anyway, all right, let's get this going. We got one more thing, and then we're going to take a look at the gold. Actually, I'm going to let Joe take a look at the chart because I know he's got to go 10 minutes. We got to head over to the stream. But this first thing, speaking of Amazon, right here, Amazon reportedly, and again, this has nothing to do with crypto, but I know that, crypto AI starting to be kind of combined together here with regard to things. Amazon reportedly aims to automate up to 75% of its operations, which could reduce the need for more than 600,000 human jobs over the next decade. Now, if I had my tinfoil hat on right now, I would say, well, isn't that convenient that they're planning to do that? And all of a sudden, I mean, you can see there was a bunch of Amazon workers who were just kind of walking around not knowing what to do because, poof, AWS went down. But again, these lines that just kind of go everywhere. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just tinfoil. Anything you want to add to that, Joe? Save me from myself, brother.
That's crazy.
But I mean, listen, if this is only going to grow, and for those who didn't watch the last video from the Free State Bitcoin Digital Asset Conference that I dropped on Sunday night, it was two developers. One, they were primarily talking about Bitcoin mining to help secure the energy grid, which great conversation. You should watch it just for that. But at the end, they talk about AI because one of them is developing an AI as primarily in these large language models. But listen to what they say at the end. It gives perspective to what we just talked about right here, my opinion. Okay, Joe, I'll tell you what. Yeah, Skynet. I see it. I see you, Skynet. Yeah. Joe, you ready to talk gold? And then I'll go into the Goldback thing when you're heading out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, there it is. All you, brother.
All right. So gold is going to zero. No, I'm playing.
Yeah.
All right. So gold did have a pullback. It's been having small little pullbacks, but just continuing to run. We've been waiting for this moment. So a lot of people, they get scared, especially new traders or new investors, where they're like, OMG, gold is at $79 million. Let me buy some. Right here, we went to 43.80. We can just call it 43.80. And what do they decide to do finally? They decide to buy it. Why? Because, week after week after week, they're seeing it go up and up and up. So, of course, the market waits for them, and they end up buying the coin. And what ends up happening, as soon as they buy it, they bought it right up here at the tippy top. As soon as they buy it, then it starts going down. And then it goes down more. And since these are newer people who are trading this or investing, they're freaking out. So they start selling it. And so the price comes down 1%, 2%, 3%, 4%, and it starts coming up again. It's like, oh, it's going up. So let me buy it. So then they buy it. And some more of those same thinking people, they buy it some more. And then it starts coming down. And then, of course, they sell it again. They're buying the highs, selling the lows. We're doing it the opposite way, guys. Come on. But that's what we do when we're new. And we're new to investing and everything else. But this is what's happening to all these people who wanted to buy gold when it was way down here, but they never did. And then they wanted to buy it when it was way down here, but they never did. So now that it's way up here, now they're buying it, but because it's coming down, they're freaking out and they're selling it. This, it pulled back almost 8.5%. This is when we want to buy.
Yes.
Could it go down more? Sure. If it does, it's a blessing. This right here is when we want to buy. Today is October 22nd. Let me just type this in real quick. 10, 22, 25, and I'll fill that in later. But here is when we want to buy. And if it happens to do something like this, which I don't think it will, but who knows? We could, we have a high, lower high, potentially another lower high, and let's just say it does this, and it retraces. Let's just say the 3,500. You won't be mad at 3,500 in a year or two. So whenever you're buying gold, silver, these precious metals, you have to, in my opinion, just like, CCM, Crypto Coin Mindset says, or does rather, just hold it.
Yeah.
Hold it. And before you know it, it's maybe double this, 30%, 50%, 80%, like who knows? But gold, silver, all these other precious metals, if you can, just buy and hold. If you need it for, money to pay the bills or what have you, please don't sell, when it comes down. You just, if you can, wait that extra week to see if it goes up. Hopefully it doesn't go down more, but
yeah.
But yeah, so right now, like I mentioned, great time to buy. Pulled back 8%, so you're getting an 8% discount. So I think it's great. I think it looks good. This is what we need. We need these pullbacks. Now, what we don't want to see, if you did invest, what we don't want to see, well, is pretty much this, but it doesn't come up. It just keeps on making lower lows, lower highs. We won't know until after it happens and more time passes. Then you can eventually stop buying it and then just wait for it to break the highs. It's like, okay, it's coming up now. So let me go ahead and, maybe even continue buying or maybe think about selling now that hopefully you're in profit. Yeah.
Yep. I'll tell you what. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we had people like in lines. We talked about it on Monday, right? We showed some of the people trying to literally buy physical gold in lines around the world. And now here we go. They bought the literal top.
Yep.
And boom.
And that goes with the saying in crypto too, or just in the markets. When you have your Uber driver, your Lyft driver, your pizza delivery person, hey, have you heard about, I don't know, XYZ coin and fart coin or whatever it is? Like, what? Yep. No. And like these people are talking to you about crypto. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
And actually that happened to me last season. I was just so happy that people were talking to me about crypto. I was just so happy because I've been telling all of them and nothing. And finally, that one day, there was like four, maybe five people that throughout that day were talking to me. I was like, oh man, like they're coming around. Like this is so great. And then sure enough, like 2 weeks later, boop, I was like, dang it, those were the signs. I knew the signs, but I was just so happy that they're finally coming to end.
Nope. And there went the legs on the table. Yeah. Exactly. Joe, we got about 3 minutes. We got to head over to you. Do you want to go so you can go get yourself set up?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get myself set up. I do thank you guys very much. If you're on X, hop on over to YouTube, smash the like, of course. You're gonna be automatically forwarded to my stream. I do it every Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard, Saturday and Sunday at 4. Here I show you how to trade in the moment versus what a lot of other people do is they show you after the fact. This is where you could have made money. This is where you should have entered. We don't do that. We show you how to make money. Do we win? Sure. Do we lose? Sometimes. But the main thing is to like show you the reality of trading, not all this stuff that people only use because they're trying to sell you something. I don't sell you anything. All right. That's all I got. I got to get myself ready, and I'll see you guys in a few moments.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Appreciate you. Joe with me here every Monday and Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And I appreciate him so much because, again, he has to go and kind of reset all the computer stuff in order to literally do his own stream. So I appreciate him for being willing to do that and taking the time to do that. So I do want to just catch up on a couple of comments here in the chat. Chris saying that 2028, there's supposed to be a huge rollout of AI. It really starts next year. Unemployment will get worse, sadly, I think. And I'm with you. I agree. Piper, for those coming over from Piper Academy, talks about it all the time. Things are not looking good with regard to that. And K Diggity saying it sounds like me waiting for what he was talking about, Joe, what Joe was saying. Yes. Yeah. Facts right now. And I that's what I was just saying, Dave. They were going literally hanging around. Go get back in line, sell your gold back at a discount now. That's like, seriously, man. It just, we all do it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking like I'm some smart guy. I've done it. We've all done it. I think if you're here long enough in crypto or hell, and just about anywhere, we've all done it at some time. Anyway, okay, let's take a quick look at this last piece, which is about Goldbacks. Because again, I know you guys love the Goldbacks. And Monday, if you didn't already see, limited release Goldback and a new release on the Dallas Goldback, go check them out. Because like I said, the last time that they did a limited release, it was gone in like a week. So you definitely want to check that out if you are trying to make a collection out of these Goldbacks. But here we go. This now, I kind of thought I knew about this Oklahoma version of the Goldback box. I think I remember Daniel Diaz when he was talking about the Goldback saying, yeah, it comes in a box and this, that, and the other thing. And I was thinking, really? Box? And then I read this again and I'm like, oh, yeah, I kind of remember him talking about that. And if you're looking to do an exchange with regard to this and get the box or whatever, the link is in the description. Again, as always, go ahead, check that out, do that on your own. But I wanted to go through some of these pictures just to kind of show you. I mean, looks like a pretty solid box, like now I'm saying it looks like a fireproof box. That doesn't mean that it is, but there you go. Look at that. And I like the way it's set in there, like laid in there like that. And again, this one, Oklahoma series. So there you go. Look at that. Pretty nice, huh? I like the look of these Goldbacks. Like I was mentioning at the end of last stream on Monday, the artwork, the intricacy on these things is just bar none. It's amazing. I love it. Okay, we're going to wrap this thing up. And we're going to, again, if you're here on YouTube, we're going to send you straight over to Joe's stream. When you get there, don't forget CCM Raid in the chat. And just to give you an idea of what's coming up the rest of this week for me, tonight I'm dropping another clip. Check that out from Joe and I on Monday. I think you'll appreciate that. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., I'm dropping another video. If you're a channel member, you have access to these already. Channel members get early access to almost all of my video content. So go ahead and check that out. Matter of fact, just a reminder too for channel members, if you haven't already done so, go ahead over to YouTube into the post section, and there is a members only post in there that will give you access to the latest section of my ebook rewrite. You are part of that process. Check it out. If nothing else, you get early access to it. But if you see something I've missed, you think something should be added, something should be taken out, go put it in there. You can influence the direction of this particular ebook. So go check that out. Again, tomorrow, 11 a.m., we got the next installment of the Free State Bitcoin Digital Asset Conference. This particular one, they're talking about the New Hampshire Blockchain Council. But I thought this was kind of important also because they're using their council that they've established and talking with councils in other states to try and move forward blockchain and crypto regulation. So I think it would be worthy of your time. So go ahead and check that out. And finally, well, maybe finally, last but not least, as they say, Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, the 100th episode, Crypto on the Rocks. I hope to see all of you there. Thank you so much in advance for all your support that you'll be there. And listen, it is not without you guys. I know it's without you guys, there's nothing with regard to this community. I appreciate all of you, and I want to celebrate that with you. We got a lot of people coming on to the stream live. They'll be coming, they'll be going. Even Jar says, I'll try and get on my phone for a little while. I appreciate the effort, man, just to kind of get in there, and damn, I appreciate everybody helping me celebrate. Well, we're going to have a good time. We're going to give some giveaways and so on and so forth. All right, we're heading out. Make sure that when you get over to Joe's stream, because we're going to redirect you over there, CCM Raid in the chat. Thanks for being here, everybody. And I'll see you Friday night live for Crypto on the Rocks. Have a good day, everybody.